Okay, folks, last night there was a show called America's Got Talent, and they had a guy who was singing on stage, but behind him they had a screen, and the guy's face would turn into Elvis. Okay, it's some kind of, CGI stuff. I've seen this stuff on TikTok and stuff like that before. Anyway, so his face turned into Elvis, and I can't play the video because it will get an immediate copyright infringement. So here's the actual guy who was on stage, on the show. And this is what it looked like on screen.
And as a Greek philosopher once said, you ain't nothing but a hound dog.
So they started it with hound dog. And the word dog backwards is the word God. And the four judges on the show is Howie Mandel on the left, then Heidi Klum, Sofia Vergara, and Simon Cowell. Okay? And what happened was they incorporated their faces onto the screen where the Elvis singers were. So they had Elvis on the right? And then they had, that's supposed to be, I guess that's supposed to be Heidi Klum. And, that's supposed to be Heidi Klum, and this is Sofia Vergara. And the singers were wearing a different type of hair. That's why it's not perfect. And then they had Simon Cowell. He sang next to Elvis on the screen. So after they sang Hound Dog, they sang Devil in Disguise. So they had Simon Cowell come out and sing Devil in Disguise, because that's who Elvis is. He's the devil in disguise. Do you understand? Like I said, these are not coincidences, because that was the song he sang, Devil in Disguise. Now look what pops up on the screen. Right here at the bottom. Watch.
When you guys come to the show, because it's so...
Oops, I missed it. Sorry. It's right here. Hold on. Where is it? Right there. You see what came up? Serena Williams. And I told you Serena Williams is the initial Seattle, Washington, SW, which I always tell you about. You know what I mean? This creature was going to be on Jimmy Fallon later that night. That's why they had an advertisement right there. And it's the only time they put that advertisement on there. This is the first time that advertisement came on for Serena Williams that was going to be on the show, on the Tonight Show. And it came on during the Elvis moment. And then what was the very next act after Elvis? So the very next act was some kind of dance group, and they had this thing like I don't know, what does this represent? Like a phoenix bird or bird, whatever. It had a bunch of feathers and dancing. Anyway, this group is from Lebanon. And that's where I'm born, Beirut, Lebanon. You see what I'm saying? It's the very next act after the Elvis, in CGI, whatever the hell that was. Like I said, folks, coincidence after coincidence. And, there was that big explosion in Beirut, Lebanon on August 4th in 2020. You see what it says? Female Lebanese dance troupe returns to America's Got Talent. Anyway, the name of the band not band, dance group is Mayas. Sayam, whatever. Sounds like my ass. My ass. Can you believe this? And by the way, I don't speak Arabic. I'm Armenian. Okay, I'm Christian Armenian, and Armenians were the first Christian nation. And look at this. If you take out the S out of their name, Mayas, Mayas, it's Maya, and Maya means water. Look at that. Elvis equals water. I told you that. Look at that. Interesting. Then the last performer on the America's Got Talent on the same night that Elvis, they had the Elvis CGI guy, they have this dude who kind of has that Elvis vibe also. And he was the last performer, and I'll show you his name. But first, let me show you how he, what brought him to entertainment.
Never for me.
Here he is.
Once I discovered Elvis, I started performing and singing like Elvis, and they're like, okay, what's going on here? Like,
so this dude was obsessed with Elvis, just like me as a kid. I was doing these exact same things, but I wasn't dressing like Elvis like this. But my hair was like Elvis and everything. I had that exact thing with the hair, with the little strands coming down. So this is the guy's name.
Drake, when you were a kid, you were an Elvis impersonator. Your parents are not.
So this dude was dressing like Elvis too? What in the heck? Look at this, man. And look, it says right here, that he was portraying Elvis on CMT. I don't know what that, country music, something, I don't know what it is. Series, Sun Records. And Elvis started at Sun Records Studios. And, when I first showed you this, the CGI Elvis performer in the very beginning, listen to what the guys said. Look, folks, I have to keep cutting it because of the copyright. And it still might get a copyright infringement, and they probably will take this video down. I'm not sure. But what the two guys who created this CGI thing, look what they said, some of the words. So remember, they're talking about Elvis.
It's like a roll of the dice. We're going to bring back an American icon, one of the most famous celebrities in the world. It's like a roll of the dice. We're going to bring back an American icon, one of the most famous celebrities in the world. This has to be one-to-one the real thing.
And the numbers on the dice are 6 and 3. 3 sixes. You see that? I know, but look at my dots on my television are messing it up.
Celebrities in the world. This has to be one-to-one the real thing, because people remember this person. It has to be perfect. But we're going all in.
And by the way, the name of this performer is called Metaphysic. Metaphysic. Anyway, folks, I just thought I'd show you this. I don't know if this is even worth doing a video about, but I thought I'd just throw it up there. Anyway, folks, end of video.